What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with a bit of a Destiny news update, and I have some very sad news for Guardians all across the world. As overjoyed as everyone was last week when, of course, Azure sold the mighty Gjallarhorn, I think there's going to be a lot of sad Guardians this week after Bungie's recent weekly update confirmed some information that I speculated on yesterday after their stream reveal for Year 2 of the Taken King. Of course, we saw in the stream yesterday that Year 1 exotics are going to have blueprints for Year 2. Basically, any Year 1 exotic you find that's going to be in Year 2, you'll have a more powerful version of that exotic you can get once you get to level 40. For example, if you have Surus Regime right now, you'll be able to use that Surus Regime at level 20 and above when you get into the Taken King. And then when you reach level 40, you'll be able to actually purchase a blueprint for a new Surus Regime, which is more powerful at level 40. So of course, when they showed the stream yesterday, it did not show all of the Year 1 exotics as being upgradable for new blueprints. There were a couple that were absent. Might have Multi-Tool was one I noticed. Thorn was not there either. And of course, the Gjallarhorn was not there either under Year 2 heavy exotic blueprints. So as I speculated yesterday, I said, I would not be surprised if they decided to just say, hey, we're leaving Gjallarhorn in Year 1. And Bungie did confirm today in their weekly update, which I'm going to do another video on later on because there are some other kind of ominous things in there I wanted to talk about, that some other concerns I had about Taken King are apparently going to unfortunately come true. And I'll mention that in another video, but they have confirmed that Gjallarhorn, however you guys say it, is going to remain a Year 1 exotic at Year 1 levels. So that's basically how they've decided to address the issue they think there is with Gjallarhorn, where everyone uses it to burn through bosses too quickly and burn through content too quickly. They are going to leave it at Year 1 levels. So this lovely, awesome, beautiful looking rocket launcher that you probably purchased last week is not going to be usable once you get past a certain level in the game. There's not going to be a sort of in-game version of the Gjallarhorn. Of course, they said they're replacing with that sleeper stimulant, which I don't think is going to actually replace Gjallarhorn. It doesn't look that great in my personal opinion. But you will no longer be able to use your Gjallarhorn at in-game in Destiny, which is kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I thought most of the exotics were going to be coming forward, and it's unfortunate that they are deciding to take that route to address what they think is a problem with the exotic instead of just adjusting it. And then the other problem is also that obviously they're nerfing Gjallarhorn. It's not going to be as powerful to begin with. They're going to be nerfing the Wolfpack rounds in patch 2.0, which again now seems kind of like a pointless nerf, since Gjallarhorn is not going to be usable at the end of the game anymore. So not really sure what you're trying to do there, Bungie. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, since you are basically, a lot of the nerfs you're doing for patch 2.0 that have set a lot of people with Gjallarhorn and a Black Hammer and Icebreaker are kind of pointless, because those weapons, Icebreaker also was a weapon I did not see in the special weapons for Year 2. So those weapons, obviously Black Hammer, you're not going to be able to use either, because it's going to be obsolete, as most of the other legendaries from Year 1 will be. So it kind of makes you wonder and ask the question, why did Bungie bother to nerf all this stuff? Did they just do it to please the crybabies and then, decided to take the guns out of the game completely? I don't know, guys, but it kind of sucks. So if you're one of those people like me who has been playing, has played Destiny for the duration and just finally got your Gjallarhorn last week, you're only going to get to enjoy it for a very short period of time. And I also think now that definitely, to me, again, shows that Xur is probably, Bungie probably can manipulate him, and I'm guessing they probably had him sell Gjallarhorn so that people could actually have a chance to use the gun for the last month of the game, and at least, they can say that they enjoyed it. So that's some interesting stuff, guys. And then, like I said, some other tidbits from that weekly update I will go over in a little bit later on. But I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're a big fan of Gjallarhorn, get used to using something else in your heavy slot. So let me know what you guys think about that, guy, down below in the comments. I'm sure there's some people that are pretty upset by this, and probably some people who are pretty happy by this, but just very interesting chain of events with the powerful and mighty Gjallarhorn the last few weeks. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, feel free to comment below on what you think about the situation, and I will see you guys again next time.